Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I will be looking at the Koolcases aluminum silver case. At the front of this case you have a swing open door. There is two little holes here, and that's to reveal the power LED as well as the hard drive LED right here. Now the door itself has a place where you can put a case badge. It also has a locking mechanism right here, so you can actually lock this cover. And right here is a little door which houses two USB ports. Now inside the door you have four 5¼ inch bays, two 3½ inch bays, a power button, and a reset button. At the back of the case, at the very top, is where the power supply gets installed, and here are two sun-on 80mm fans, and of course they port air out of the case. Right here is the I/O shield plate, and down here is where all your video cards, NIC cards, and so on and so forth would protrude through once you have the motherboard installed inside. Now, you probably will notice here that thumb screws are not a theme throughout this case, and for some that might be an issue because if you need to remove the side panels on this case, you will need a screwdriver to do so. Those thumb screws are very handy, but this case does not come with them. This case also has 4 feet, 2 on either side, and they actually go in and out like so. It makes it very handy to have because this case is kind of tall, and with them out, you can be sure that the case is not going to tip over. Also, you will see that there is a window in the side panel here, and there's also a very nice locking mechanism here on the door, and also this has a lock so you can lock it up. Inside of the case, just to recap, at the very top you have 4 5¼ inch, you have 3 5¼ inch right here. Now 2 of these can be taken up by the external 3½ inch bays, and also 3 down here. So 6 3½ inches and 4 5¼ inches. These are actually removable at the bottom. You can take these out, put your drives or whatever you need to put in them, and then slip them back in. You can see here, it's extremely easy to do this. Once you have it in, just lock it into place, and it's not going anywhere. And inside this one, you have a place to put a fan. Very, very simple to slip a fan into this to even get more air inside the case. And there's a place down here as well to put another 80mm fan. So remember, 2 fans at the front you can have. This case does not come with 2 in the front, but remember you got 2 at the back porting the hot air out of the case. So pull in the air at the front and exhaust it at the back. At the bottom of the case you have these little drive rails. Now these go on 5¼ inch drives, which go up here, of course. These just slip on either side of the drive, and then this slips in. I'll show you how that's installed a little later on. But I like what they've done here. They've actually got this mounted on this little piece of plastic, and then it just slips down here. That is fantastic for storage. It keeps it out of the way. When installing a fan in this removable drive rack, make sure you're doing it correctly, because if you do not, there's a possibility you're going to axe off the wires and short the system out. You do not want to do that. For example, if I was to install the fan this way, you can see here that the wires are up against here. That's not right. You want to install the fan the correct way, and when you do so, it's very easy. Push it down, and it's that easy to install a fan. You can see the wires here at the very top. There's a little tiny cutout section, so when this goes right into the case, it's not going to affect the wires and will not chop them off. So just to show you how these rails work, you take your drive, you go ahead, then you put these rails on either side of the drive, then you go ahead and slip the drive right into the 5¼ inch bay. And once the rails are on the drive, you'll now see how easy this is to slide in and remove. Sliding it in, that's it, it's installed. It's clipped into place now, so it cannot be removed, but if you want to remove it, just pinch on either side and pull it or push it all the way out. These cables right here are common throughout all cases. They are for the hard drive LED, the power LED, the power switch, the reset switch, the speaker, and in this particular situation there are 2 USB ports which are in the front of the case, and those go plugged all into the motherboard. Now the motherboard gets installed on this tray right here, and in this particular situation this case does not have a removable motherboard tray. This case is stylish. It has an all aluminum construction. It's silver. It also has a window in the side. Now, not only does this case look good, it's very practical. All kinds of space in here, removable hard drive racks, those drive rails. And also with this case, it's very, very affordable, under $100 currently. Now, something I don't like about this case is it doesn't have a removable motherboard tray. But overall, this is a great product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, if you haven't already registered, remember registration is completely free. Until the next time, take care.